my new subscribers, welcome to the channel, welcome to the family. And salute to my original subscribers for always holding your boy down. I truly do appreciate that. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. Look nice out here, don't it? Yeah, make sure you drink your gallon of water a day, man. A guy always say a gallon of water a day, wash all the bullshit away. You know, a gallon of water a day, wash all the bullshit away, man. That's at least a start, especially to my guys out there, man, and my ladies out there that's on a diet, you know, that's on that journey with me. A gallon a day to wash all the bullshit away. Don't you ever forget that. Salute to all my people, man. Smash the like button if you come on in the building. You know, I know people come in here to hear certain topics. Salute to my ones that always come in here, you know, when I drop content or whatever. But Gervonta Tank Davis back with Mayweather Promotions officially. Now, if you've been listening to the videos that I've been doing with in regards to Gervonta Tank Davis, Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, and the lightweight division as a whole in general, you know, Devin Haney, so forth and so on. I didn't know. Now we have clarity, but I didn't know whether or not Gervonta was heading back with Mayweather. I heard that he was never going anywhere. Then I heard stories of him actually going on his own. Now, he's still Gervonta Tank Davis Promotions, but I don't know the logistics of him and Floyd's contract. One of the things that Gervonta Davis should add to that contract is, like I told you guys about a week ago, he should put that Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby and all of them should guarantee he get at least the Devin Haney fight. Because the biggest problems coming from Tank expressing himself and from Tank's own coach in his camp is that Gervonta Tank Davis was frustrated with Floyd because Floyd wasn't giving him the big fights. Okay? All right, so is Floyd going to give you the big fights now? And that's why I told y'all, and I did the video a couple days ago when I titled the video, don't look forward to Devin Haney and Tank fighting no time soon. You know, and now that Tank has signed to Floyd Mayweather and back with Mayweather Promotions, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. Like, where was Tank going to go? Where he's going to go? Floyd made you. He made you. I mean, you assisted with it, with your power and stuff like that, but let's be honest, man. You know, Floyd made you. Oh, he was partly responsible for that. You know, some people lives majority responsible for that. I'll give it partly because Tank is an entertaining fighter and he has power. You know, and Wilder has shown that with entertaining and having power, you can, you know, really generate a appeal on your own. You know, so I'll give him that. But him and Floyd is a powerhouse. Like, why break that up? You know, but will we get the Devin Haney fight? It looks more than unlikely now. Devin Haney got to see whether or not George Kambosos is actually going to take what it was 28 days. We have 27 days now to see if George Kambosos is going to actually take that rematch, which wouldn't be smart if he does, because George Kambosos got whooped handedly. You know, he got thoroughly whooped by Devin Haney. So there's no need for George Kambosos to proceed with that. You know, because it's only going to get worse for his brand. It's only going to damage his brand more. But I don't foresee this Tank and Devin Haney fight happening anytime soon, if it ever happens. Excuse me, because Leonard Ellaby has been, you know, adamant about how he sees that fight. You know, how do we even have a conversation? How we even start to have a conversation? Because all I've been hearing from Leonard Ellaby, who's the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, and Tank, all I've been hearing from them is no interest when it regards to Devin Haney. Now shit may change because Tank is starting a new journey with them, and Devin Haney is now the undisputed champ. I know Tank wants that fight. And Tank has already signed the contract. He's already back with him. I foresee. I don't really imagine Floyd and them uh, continuously putting Tank in there with easy touches because the fans are already getting restless. The fans are already getting frustrated and stuff like that. I'm getting frustrated. I'm a fan as well. A lot of my people that I talk to are getting frustrated. It's gonna get to the point, and it's starting to get to the point when it's turning into the Devin Haney show. You feel me? It's gonna be about the Devin Haney. It's gonna go now. It's the Tank and Devin Haney show, but it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be all about Devin Haney, and then Shakur is gonna creep through the back door because Mayweather Promotions, and we got to give a part of that responsibility to Tank too. They playing games. You feel me? We got to give responsibility to Tank because at the end of the day, you was out of contract. It ain't no more excuses. Like, oh, I was under contract. Floyd and them, had me under contract. Now you got to take responsibility because you could have negotiated in that contract. Okay, I'll sign back with you, and you just give me what I'm deserving of as far as the financial aspect. But I also, to make it official for me to sign, I need you to add that not only you're going to give me the big fights, but you're going to give me the Devin Haney fight in particular. I don't know how much I can stress how important it is for Tank to get that Dev fight. You got to realize Tank need Dev more than Dev need Tank. I'm going to repeat that. Tank need Dev more than Dev need Tank. I'm going to repeat that again. Tank need Dev more than Dev need Tank. I need y'all to get the good understanding of that, Mayweather Promotions. Y'all can go around, floss around, and act like this and act like that. How they say how it go. Pride always go before the fall. However it go, y'all correct me. But in the 135 division, Devin Haney is that man. He's that man. Tank is that guy too. He put asses in the seats and he put niggas on their asses. I said Tank is the man too. He put asses in the seats and he put niggas in the ass. He put niggas on their asses. But it doesn't matter if you don't have the belts to confirm all of that. It does not matter. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to come visit Devin Haney. You're gonna have to talk nice to Devin Haney. I'm gonna repeat that. And in order to do that, to solidify your position, you're going to have to go have a little sit down with Devin Haney. I'm going to repeat that one more time. And in order to do that, you're going to have to go have a little sit down, a little chit chat with Devin Haney. Yeah, we got to repeat that because I don't think Floyd and Leonard Ellaby and Mayweather Promotions and all of them understand that. I want y'all to get the good understanding of this. You're going to have to talk to Devin Haney, man. You're going to have to deal with Devin Haney. Because think about it. Where does Tank go? Who does Tank fight? Ryan Garcia ain't trying to fight Tank, let alone nobody else. He got to fight with Fortuna. He got to fight with Tuna. I ain't going to disrespect him. I was going to say Can Tuna, but Fortuna is actually a nice fighter. He actually can fight his ass off. You feel me? He's no match for Devin Haney. He's no match for Tank. And he'd probably be a little bit too much for Ryan Garcia. We'll see. But if one thing I know about that daggone Golden Boy camp and Canelo and all of them, I know Canelo ain't with Golden Boy no more. But one thing about them, they ain't going to pick you unless they can beat you. That's all I know. They ain't going to pick you unless they can beat you. That's why you don't hear him, Ryan Garcia, out here screaming Devin Haney name. He riding Tank coattail. Like Devin Haney said, stop riding Tank nutsacks. Stop riding Tank coattail. And Tank, you need to get on your team and tell your team, man, talk to Devin Haney. That's the fight that need to happen. So y'all dudes, y'all want to sweat Bud Crawford and Earl Spence to fight each other. Y'all need to jump on this, man. Come on, y'all need to jump on Mayweather Promotions. Come on now. We need to see that. I understand Ryan Garcia ain't fighting nobody. But at the end of the day, when it all boils down to it, Ryan Garcia has a legacy. If he want his legacy to be a certain type of way, or he want his legacy to be up there with the four kings, Teofimo, Lomachenko. See, here's the thing. If Teofimo retire right now, he already beat Lomachenko. If Lomachenko retired right now, Lomachenko is already Lomachenko. If Devin Haney retired right now, Devin Haney is already undisputed champ. Only people that still got some more to prove. If Shakur retired right now, Shakur is already real unified champ in the 135 division. Soon to be undisputed in the 130 division. See? But if Tank was to retire right now, Tank was going to retire with belts that ain't even really real. If Ryan Garcia retired right now, Ryan Garcia is going to retire a joke. Most people call him the social media champ, the email champ, the Instagram champ, the Facebook champ. I call him the Burger King champ. I call him Lion Ryan. You know, so Lion and Define Ryan. But yeah, so don't look forward to Tank and Devin Haney happening no time soon, man. That's what it means. Tank signing until they prove me otherwise, until Tank and them prove me otherwise, they not gonna get me with the old okey doke again. Floyd, you're not getting me with the old okey doke again. Leonard Ellaby, you're not getting me with the old okey doke again. Tank and his camp, you're not getting old Double R and Double R's followers and Double R's viewers. I don't like using the word followers with the old okey doke again. You're not gonna do it again until we see otherwise. It's just like the Patriots. Ain't nobody winning against the Patriots until I see otherwise. You feel me? So, well, at least in their heyday. Not now. But y'all get where I'm going. But yeah, so what that means is I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means right now because I don't know what Tank had in his contract. I don't know the discussions that Tank and Mayweather Promotions had. I don't know the agreements that they had or agreements they didn't have or disagreement. I don't know. All I know is I ain't trying to hear nothing about Tank Davis unless he fight Devin Haney. I ain't even tripping on Tank Davis fighting nobody but Devin Haney. A lot of people want to see Devin Haney versus Vasyl Lomachenko. I don't. A lot of people want to see Tank Davis versus Vasyl Lomachenko. I don't. Los, what's up with you? Shadow, what's up with you? I don't. I want to see the three kings. The three kings is Tank Davis, Devin Haney, and Shakur. Those are three kings. But Shakur, you know, he's in 130, but he can do a catch weight or something like that. But don't look forward. He said Tank versus Antoine Russell. I'm glad you brought that name up, Los. I was about to close it out. One thing about that Antoine Russell thing, and y'all know how I feel about Antoine Russell, man. I feel like he's a bad mother, shut your mouth. I feel like he's a come forward wrecking ball. You know, as the late great Batman would say it. Rest his soul. You know, he's a come forward wrecking ball. That's what he is. You know, and I don't foresee anybody wanting any parts of that smoke. You know, he's very, very, very big, pause, compared to Tank and Dev. But he did tell Dev, you know, stop playing with them little guys and come on up. And he just had his victory over Postile. You know, impressive victory. Great fight. He got tested and he passed the test. But I don't foresee anybody, man, fucking with that boy. I know Devin Haney and Antoine Russell, you know, people was talking about that. You know, and by the time Dev reached 140, you know, that's if certain things go in his favor. Because I do feel like when or if, because we got to be realistic, when or if that Tank fight actually do happen, that is a very dangerous fight for both, but especially for Dev. I'm going to repeat, when or if that Tank fight actually does happen or not, that is a very dangerous fight for Devin Haney. Very, very dangerous fight. Because Tank Davis is going to come forward. Tank Davis is going to come forward. I have to repeat that because there's a lot of people out here in the comment section that be coming at me when I comment on other people's content and stuff like that, talking about, you know, Devin Haney, y'all sleeping. Devin Haney is just going to outbox him. And then you got the Tank fans coming at me talking about, man, Devin Haney ain't going to withstand Tank for 12 rounds. Tank is going to come forward and he going to do this and he going to do that. You're absolutely 100% right. But guess what? Tank fans, guess what? Devin fans, that's the reason why we want to see the fight. That's the reason why the fight is intriguing. Because it really boils down to who will be able to get off or impose their style or their will on who first. Will Tank be able to come forward and make it an ugly fight, which he's going to have to do, like we've seen Mike Tyson do for so long, like we've seen my favorite fighter personally, Holyfield, do for so long, fighting them big dudes twice his size. You know, he's going to have to take the fight to Devin Haney because he's at a disadvantage as far as height and as far as reach. He's going to have to take the fight to Devin Haney. And Devin Haney, in reverse, going to have to keep the fight at a distance and fight very smart and keep his tools and shit sharp. Because at any moment, his electric can get turned the fuck off. I said at any moment, his electric can get turned the fuck off. I said at any moment, his electric can get turned the fuck off. And you will be seeing Tank doing backflips and cartwheels and shit off the goddamn rope. Once again, talking about he the motherfucking man. And he will be if he knocks out Devin Haney. He will be, without a shot of a doubt. If he never was in any of his other fights, he will be. Smash the like button. What'd you say, Los? See what Los talking about. You have to be slick and have lots of pop on your jab to keep him honest. Keep Tank on the back foot. Yeah. But the question is, and we don't know the answer to that question, and we won't know the answer until they actually fight. That's the interesting thing. So I'm not trying to hear no more from the Tank fans or the Haney fans. I'm not trying to hear no more about who would dominate who. Okay, it's good barbershop talk, great. But we won't really know until we know. So cut it the fuck out. You know, right now, you know, we're just having conversation and giving our perspectives on it. You know, but we don't know. These are two world-class fighters, I told you. These are two out of the three kings. You know, fuck all of that shit. What you hearing about Ryan Garcia? Who the fuck is Ryan Garcia fighting? After he fought Luke Campbell, he ain't fought shit. Teofimo Lopez, he ain't even give Kambosos his rematch. That's a good fight. Why don't Teofimo Lopez and Kambosos fight each other? Because we don't want to see Kambosos and Devin Haney fight no more. We don't want to see. So why don't they go ahead and run it back? That's what we know. Because Teofimo Lopez ain't about to fight nobody. He ain't fooling nobody. He ain't about to fight Tank. He ain't about to fight Dead. He ain't about to fight nobody that really matter, where it really count. You know? He ain't really about to fight Lomachenko again. He's supposed to give Lomachenko a rematch. You know, but I'm hearing that Lomachenko and Devin may fight. You know, I don't know, but I know that Bob Arum is going to try to fight to happen. Question is, like it always was, will Lomachenko accept that fight? We could say he will, but just like Devin and Tank fighting, we'll never know until we know, until he do it. You know? I'm tired of all this woulda, coulda, shoulda bullshit. And maybe bullshit. You know, like Dev said, everybody say everything, but let's fight. You say everything, but let's fucking fight. Will the case be the same thing? Will that case be the same with Tank and Mayweather Promotions? We'll see. But right now, I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Play me once, shame on you. Play me twice, shame on me. So as it stands right now, I'm not looking forward to that, Tank and Devin Haney. I'm not looking forward to it. Just like I did with Earl and Crawford. Now, it appears that I might do a separate video on that, but Earl and Crawford should be official soon. You know, if it ain't already, but it should be official soon. Let me see my questions. Carlos Rosado said, can't wait to see the fight. We betting on that fight, Rob. Yeah. In that fight, I got... In that fight, who you got, Los? Who you got? I can't even pick, but if I had to pick, I'll say Devin if I had to pick. Damn, he got Devin too. Fuck, motherfucker. You always getting the good picks, man. God damn it. I say Devin, man. I don't think Devin. I don't think. See, a lot of people out here picking Tank already. I'm hearing it. A lot of people picking Tank because people are picking. When you're picking Tank, you're betting on Tank to knock Dave out because that's the only way Tank beating Dave. I know Tank has pretty good boxing ability as well. You know, for people coming here talking about, yeah, but Tank can box. That's where y'all messing up. He boxed and he got knockouts. But that shit don't matter because guess what? He gonna have to get close to Dave early and often to do it. And Dave is too smart. I know a lot of y'all don't want to accept it, but I'm close to saying Dave is the second coming of Floyd. I know y'all don't want to accept it, and neither do I at this particular time. But sooner or later, we gonna have to come to grips with that Dave, with the thought that Dave is the second coming of Floyd. And Floyd's own father said that out of his mouth. So don't come at me with that bullshit. Floyd's own father, I put the link in the description with that video. Floyd's own father said Dave is the next Floyd. When Dave was like 16 years old, he said, I already got the next Floyd. And he said, who's that? He said, it's a young kid named Devin Haney. I'm training him right now. So all that power shit, yeah, Tank got power. Yeah, Tank got boxing skills. I fucks with Tank. My wife loves Tank. She think he the best thing since sliced bread. There's a lot of motherfuckers think he the best thing since sliced bread. I feel like he one of the best things since sliced bread. But you know who else I feel like the best thing since sliced bread? You guessed it. Devin motherfucking Haney, the undisputed champ, baby. Oh yeah, but you want to know who my real man is? Shakur. Smash the like button. I feel like Shakur Stevenson gonna beat all of them. We can have this conversation. See, you can hear the crickets. People get quiet. You'll say people like, oh yeah, but Tank will do this, but Dave will do that, but Tank will do that. Let me insert Shakur in the conversation and watch how people get quiet. What Big T say? Quiet. Quiet. Yeah, I got Shakur beating all of them. Shakur has the most complete skills out of all of them. See, the one thing I'm gonna tell you the flaws about Tank, right? Y'all done got me to my sports mode now. I might take over with this sports shit. I just ain't really been having love for it like that. But let me tell you one thing about Shakur, right? Well, let me tell you the weakness in Tank, right? One of the weaknesses in Tank is Tank has the tendency. I was gonna say ability, but Tank has the tendency to get a little wild. His shit tight, and I understand that because he's short in stature. You know, he's strong. Let me let this bullshit go past. Black people always stunned, man. You got motherfuckers hopping on the metro buses with goddamn gold chains and shit on. We the only motherfuckers do that. Come on a bus with $300-something phone pauses and Jordans on and jewelry and shit on, hopping on the goddamn metro bus in the train. Riding loud ass mopeds that, fuck it. But Tank has a tendency to get wild, and he gotta get like that. And he get loose. He gotta get like that because he's short. He's bulky, but he's short. He's like a Russell Wilson. He's short, so he's gonna have to take chances, especially with Devin Haney. You know, especially when he gets those, like Vasyl Lomachenko is kind of short too. But when he fight somebody like Devin Haney and Shakur, he's going to have to take chances, especially with Devin Haney because Devin Haney has lateral movement. A lot of y'all call that shit running. That's lateral movement. I know that because I play ball at a high level. Side to side, that's lateral movement. That's a part of boxing. You know, as the late great Roger Mayweather would say, a lot of y'all don't know shit about boxing. So you don't know. Now I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna teach you. Tank takes a lot of chances, and he have to, just like Holyfield had to, just like Mike had to. That's why they call him the baby Mike Tyson, because he's short. Most of his opponents, at least the ones at top level, at his level, is gonna be taller than him. It's gonna be bigger than him. And Tank is used to that. I understand that, but he's not used to fighting somebody that's bigger than him and just as good as him, if not better than him. You know, many people said that was the case with Wilder and Tyson Fury. You know, I had my personal feelings about that, but I'm gonna leave that and save that for another video, or just put it somewhere, you know, and talk about it when it's time. You know, but, and also with Tank has the tendency to leave himself open, and he has poor defense at times. Now, with a guy like Devin Haney will capitalize as far as, you know, his punch output. He'll capitalize off that, but Devin Haney don't really have the power. Now, Devin Haney has power, but he don't have one punch knockout power. He don't have power that's gonna really get you the fuck up out of there. So it's not gonna be as effective. However, Shakur does have power. You know, his power ain't crazy neither, but he has a lot more power than Devin Haney. You know, so you add the fact that Tank has ability to get lackadaisical on defense, because Tank defense is his offense. Especially when you're as short as Tank is. His defense can be his offense, which will leave a lot of holes for Devin Haney. Only question is, will Devin Haney get antsy, start to get a little excited, and leave himself open like he has the tendency to do a lot in all of his fights? He did it in the Jojo Diaz fight, but he just was steps above Jojo Diaz. He did it in the Kambosos fight, but he was just steps above against Kambosos. He does it in every last one of his fights. He cannot afford to do that against Tank. He do that against Tank. All Tank really needs is maybe like 1 or 2 shots, clean shots. You know, and as we seen in the Linares fight, Devin Haney can be a bit chinny. If that's Tank Davis and not Linares, Devin Haney is probably done. He's probably done. We probably would be seeing Tank go for undisputed. So Dev got to get sharper with that, tighten up on the defense, but, you know, different styles for different matches. I already know he ain't going to fight like he been fighting with everybody else against Tank. He can't. He can't. Let me see what we talking about. He said, don't forget, bigger skill fighter will be smaller skill fighter 9 times out of 10. I always say that. A great big guy, now, a good big man can lose to a great little man. A decent big man can lose to a good little man. But a great big man will always beat a decent little man, a good little man, and a great little man. If you have a great big man versus a great little man, the great big man will win every time, because the great big man has your level of skills, you know, with the what they call that, with the genetic makeup, with the genetic build. You know, the genetics is just something that you can't change, that you get from your parents, that they get from God. It's just something you can't change. And when we're comparing Devin to Tank, Dev just has the leg up on Tank when it comes to the genetic build. Now, Tank is a tank. He is a tank. But none of that shit is going to matter when you compare the height and the reach. And you add the fact that Devin has the skills and know how to use that shit. Y'all know, y'all played ball before. Y'all came up and played football, basketball, especially basketball, where you seen a lot of big, we call them big for nothing. Dudes that's big, but they don't know how to use what God gave them. They don't know how to use that shit. You know? But that's not Dev. Dev is one of those great big guys compared to Tank. They know how to use every inch of what God gave him. But Tank is small, and he's used to being small. He's used to being treated like the little guy. So he knows how to get it done. He knows how to get it done. But unfortunately, as I said, great big guys always beat great little guys. Will that be the case? Because you got to understand, on top of that, Tank does have the great equalizer. He does have the great equalizer. And Dev has the tendency to get a little cute. Dev has the tendency to want to prove to people that he can exchange, that he can hit hard, Devin, don't do that. That shit is cute with everybody else. Do not do that against Tank. Do not do that against Tank, or you're going to bed. So that's why that fight is very, very dangerous for Devin Haney. It is for Tank as well, but it's very, very. And I want to talk about something else too before I shut it down. I see a lot of fighters. I see a lot of musicians. I see a lot of celebrities, especially when it comes to competitive sports. And I've been through it personally in battle rap. You know, and that's why I never did the interviews or even wanted to. And the ones I wanted to do, it wasn't worth it. And the ones that I did do, it wasn't worth it. Because it's like, you can't have your opinion anymore. It's bad enough you can't have your opinion when it regards to the fans, because they're so infatuated with a particular fighter or a particular ball player or a particular celebrity, athlete, whatever they like. And so now you can't have an opinion with them. Now, with the actual athletes, the actual, athletes, they're getting mad now. I see it like Devin Haney getting mad. At the end of the day, he got his stuff with the other Mayweather, because the other Mayweather guy trained him up, helped train him up, and he went against him with the Cambosis. I mean, if that's what he want to do, let him do that. I understand you felt like he was being vindictive, he was being slick, and this, that, and the third, but this is sports. Y'all seen the situation with me and Jag, with me and Cassidy and his fans. This is sports, man. People are entitled to their opinion, man. This is why I respect Carlos Rosado. This is why I respect Kenneth Robinson, King Tally, all my brothers, all my supporters, all my brothers, all the family. I respect them because we could agree to disagree. We may argue a little bit, in fun and just about sports and what we like and this, that, and the third, but we keep it as that. It ain't no, I hate you, I ain't talking to you no more. That's for the birds, that's for the clowns, man. And I don't like that, and I'm saying that a lot. Like, Devin Haney, you're too talented. You're too good of a person to be out here worrying about what people saying about you and holding grudges and not dealing with people. Okay, I understand you want to separate yourself from fake individuals. Wilder, you're too talented for that. We seen the whole situation with Briz Rawsted, where he got mad because of some shit he started, he created. Even if a person don't create nothing and start nothing, I mean, even if you don't start nothing with that person and they still judging you or going against you, that's sports. That's sports. What is competitive sports without a difference of opinion? I'm not putting out great content. Los is not coming in commenting if we don't have a competitive nature. That's the problem, man. The world is so used to having yes men around them. And these would be the same people that talk about they don't want yes men. But the moment you have a disagreement, that's why people can't say how they really feel or don't want to say. So we can't get no authenticity out here because people get mad as soon as you have a difference of opinion. It's okay to try to convince people of your opinion and try to convince them to get on your side. But to get mad and say fuck somebody because they don't agree with what you agree with, come on, man, that's clown shit. That's childish. So let's get better with that, man. Let me see. Shadow Assassin said that works to take advantage. That's probably why he not doing. Oh, let me see what y'all saying. He said, rest in peace, Uncle Roger. He was my favorite Mayweather. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Tank has short arms. This is Carlos. Tank has short arms. He definitely has the tendency to brawl and exchange. When he don't have to, it needs to be more of a combo counterpuncher. Yeah, combo counterpuncher while being defensively responsible. Let's make sure we add that. A counter puncher while being defensively responsible. Because before Tank can blink, Devin will have his hand raised winning by unanimous decision if Tank don't be careful. And I highly doubt Dev will fight Tank again. Well, I don't. Dev probably will. But I doubt it after, because we don't know, because Dev ain't never fought Tank. But if the fight pan out and play out like how we feel it is, especially if it's a nail biter, no, ain't no need to. Ain't no need to. And that by that time, because of Mayweather Promotions, Tank will be damn near 30, if not 30 at that time. He said, I remember when Haney would train at the Mayweather gym. Shakur was there too at times. Yes, they said he would be Mayweather. Yeah, all facts. He said, Carlos Rado said, don't forget, bigger skill fighter will be. Okay, I read that one. All right, that's all we have. It's your boy Double R, man. Hit the like button, spread the word. Deuces.